right. We are live. Happy Monday. Just putting some background music on for myself here. Unfortunately, I can't stream music over YouTube because copyright. But welcome. There we go. Hello, Maddie. Good evening. Oh, forgot to take my socks off. We're gonna get started in 4 minutes, and tonight we are going to be working our way to half a moon pose. So I have a really fun grounded sequence that's gonna help build us up to there, and yeah. Can you see Sylvie here? Boom! He's too squiggly for this. Do you want your spring toy? Yes. He loves that spring. We've got 3 more minutes until we get going. I worked in the office today for the first time since like mid-December, and my God, it's mentally draining being in there compared to usually being at home all day. So I feel tired. And then I went to a boot camp class. So I'm mentally tired and a little physically tired, so this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun. Half moon pose is one of my favorites though. It's a really fun balance. We're gonna do some little balance play to work our way up to that. Hey Alice, Yoga Master Alice. Feels like it's been a long time since we've been here on YouTube because I took last week off for my partner's birthday, but we're back. So this is the first 2023. Yeah, this is the first 2023 beginner's flow. What do you think, Alice? The people must have missed you. She sits right on the mat. She says, yes, I'm ready for class. It's a good twist to clean your tail, Alice. Good twist. All right, 6:59. So we're gonna get started in just under a minute. So we'll do my little intro. My name is Rachel. I am here every Monday for 30 minutes at 7 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time or 6 p.m. Eastern Time to do a little beginner's flow with you. So this week we're going to be working towards half moon pose. So we're going to play with some balance. And we are going to start lying on our backs today. But before you make your way down there, if you have blocks, place those up to the top of your mat. If you don't have blocks, that's also okay. Blocks are just a really great assist in your half moon pose. If you don't have blocks, you could also use your water bottle to help with your hand, or a book, or a chair. Really anything to help bring the ground a little closer to you in this balance, because it's nice to have a hand connection to something if you don't have the hamstring mobility to get your fingertips to the ground. So it's 7 o'clock, let's get started. We will begin lying on our backs. And right away here, we'll hug the knees into the chest, taking them wide around the ribs and bringing your hands to the front of the shin bones here. Take a few rocks side to side. Take a nice deep breath in here. And breath out. Great. We're going to start to slow these rocks to a stop. Hands are still in the front of the shins, and we're going to draw some circles with the knees here. Starting to get some movement into the hips. Now your knees can move in opposite directions like mine are, so they go wide and meet in the middle. Or you can move your knees in the same direction, but I find that a lot harder to balance. So keep going with these circles. We've got about 5 more seconds in this direction. Last 3, 2, 1. Switching directions with your circle. Making these circles as big as is comfortable for you. Keep going here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finishing that circle, knees are hugged into the chest, and the left foot is going to plant on the ground. Right leg will extend up to the sky. We want a bend in this knee, so we don't want it perfectly straight. Take a flex with that foot. Nice. And like you're kicking the sky, try to extend through that leg, like a little leg press. So bend into the knee. You can even turn it slightly externally, so the toes are facing slightly towards the long edge of your mat, and then straighten, kick the ceiling. Bend and kick. Bend and kick. We've got 4 more. Bend and kick. Bend and kick. Last 2. Bend, kick. And last one, bend and kick. Great, hold this position straight through the leg, or as straight as is comfortable for you right now, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebend into that leg, plant it down next to the left foot. Awesome, we're gonna try that on the other side. So this left leg is gonna pick up, going up towards the sky, but we're gonna keep a slight bend in this leg. Flex the foot. You can even turn it a little externally, so turning those toes slightly to the left, and kick the sky, extend through the leg. Rebend and kick. Bend and kick. Nice. Keep going here. Bend, kick. We got 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Nice. Kick and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebend into that leg, plant it down next to the right. Great. Let both knees rock over to the left and rock over to the right. Little windshield wipers. Take a few more of these going side to side. I like to let one leg open as wide as it can before the other leg chases it to the other side. Keep this going here for about 15 more seconds. Great. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. We're going to make our way up to a tabletop position. So you can rock the legs off to one side and press yourself up, or hug the knees in, slip the hands into the knee pits, and take a little rock and roll up and down the spine. We're going to come all the way to our tabletop position. So sweep those legs all the way off to one side and make your way to all 4s, hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Take an external rotation through your shoulder, so elbow pit is shining forward. And with your next inhale, the heart space reaches forward, shoulder blades squeeze together and down the back. Exhale, push away from the ground, round and contract. Nice. Inhale, take that forward. And exhale, round. Take these next few breaths to keep moving through your cat-cow, so you're working through the spine. Know that you can always explore within this shape, maybe bumping the ribs left and right for a little side body stretch action. Or you can even take this shape in a full circle. So from your rounded position, you bump the ribs over to the right. Inhale as they come down, heart space reaches forward to the left. And exhale to round at the top. So any movement within these cat-cows, just want to get some movement into the spine. If you're circling, switching that direction. If you're going forward and back through your cat-cows, just keep going. Great, one more breath here. And then we'll make our way back to this neutral spine position. Nice, tuck the right toes, extend back through that leg. We're gonna start shifting forwards and backwards here. So getting a little calf stretch and a little wrist stretch at the same time as our shoulders are planching past our wrists. Keep shifting here. Man, my calves are tight today. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow those to a stop. Right leg is going to pick up and point straight to the back of the room. Take an inhale breath. With an exhale, pull knee to nose. Right foot steps through to a low lunge. Nice. Let's inhale to rise up here. You can grab your blocks for under your hands if you like. I like having my blocks to stack my shoulders right up over the hips. With an inhale, tuck the tailbone. So we're having a posterior pelvic tilt, opening through that left hip flexor. And with your exhale, pull the hips back, straighten through the right leg, flex the foot, half split. We're gonna be working with a lot of flexed foot today. The cats are rocketing around the room right now. Inhale forward to your lunge. And exhale, pull it back. Great, take these next 2 breaths to move between these. I'm going to adjust this table back where it should be. Rascals. All right, and the next time you're in your lunge, we'll stay there. You can keep the blocks where they are under your hands. We're going to pivot on this left knee and turn this left foot over towards the right side. Great, left arm is going to pick up and take a big backstroke to open the chest up to the left side of the room. So we're in like a grounded warrior 2 right now. Still thinking about that posterior pelvic tilt, so tucking the tailbone, arms reach out to a T. Nice, this is our warrior 2 on the ground. This front leg is going to extend out to straighten. Nice, like someone's pulling on your right hand, shifting forward. And then with an exhale, hinge to bring right hand to inside of right leg, left arm up high. This right hand can also come onto a block to add a little bit of support here. And your blocks should be nice and handy. Take 2 breaths in this shape. This is like our grounded triangle. This is called gate pose. Nice. With your next inhale, we'll rise all the way back up to stack shoulders over the hips. Great. We're going to cartwheel this left hand down towards the ground, right arm up high. Maybe you start to get light on this right foot or pick it up and extend it towards the front of your space. Flex into that foot. Nice. Squeeze the glutes to keep that leg up in line with the body. And this is our grounded half moon. So your half moon will feel just like this, except your bottom leg will be, you'll be standing, you won't be on the ground. So we're nice and strong through the core. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that right foot back down. Cartwheel the hands all the way up. And we'll rebend into this front knee so we can cartwheel the hands all the way down, plant them, gently pivot on the left knee, step it back to your tabletop. Awesome. Let's try that on the other side. So starting with the left leg, tuck the toes, extend back through that leg, shifting forwards and backwards. Getting that nice little calf stretch. And we're shifting here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to slow those shifts to a stop. Left leg picks up, point straight to the back of the room. Inhale, breath. Exhale, pull knee to nose. Left foot steps through to find your low lunge. Great. Ooh. Sorry, I just got a bunch of things just popped up on the computer. Inhale up to you. I was worried the stream stopped. Inhale up to your lunge and think about tucking that tailbone, opening through the right hip flexor. Blocks can be under the hands here. And with your next exhale, we'll pull it back to our half split. Ardha Anumanasana. So straightening through this left leg, flex the foot, toes curling towards your face. Great. Inhale forward to find your lunge. Exhale, pull it back to your half split. Nice. Take these next 2 breaths to keep moving through these postures, noticing if your center is shifting off balance as you move between them. If I'm when I pull back to my half split, my hips are trying to drift over to the right. You want to keep those nice and centered. Your blocks should help you stay nice and stacked. Sylvie, you are in a wild mood right now. You just had dinner. You should be relaxed. All right, the next time you're in your lunge, let's keep it there. We're going to pivot on the right knee this time, turning that foot over towards the left. Right arm is going to pick up. Take a big backstroke to lead with this arm, opening up to your grounded warrior 2. Thinking about tucking your tailbone here, arms reach out to a T, strong through the core, ribs knitting together. Nice. Let's straighten through this front leg and then shift forward like someone's pulling on your left hand. Exhale, left hand to inside of left leg, right arm high. Left leg, left arm can also come to your block. So we're in our grounded triangle or our gate pose. Nice. Take 2 more breaths here. Great. With your next inhale, start to rise back up, stacking shoulders over the hips, and then right hand will come all the way down to the ground here on the other side. Left leg is going to pick up and then flex into that foot. Left arm up high, left leg kicking straight towards the front of your mat for our grounded half moon. Keep holding here, squeezing. This top leg is so active. Ribs are knitting together. Strong through the core. Keep holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Lower that back leg down. Rise up to stack shoulder over the hips. You can rebend into that front knee and we'll cartwheel the hands all the way down to plant and step it back to your tabletop position. All right. Let's start to balance and then take this up to standing. So from your tabletop position, tuck the toes, take the hips up and back for our first downward facing dog. Take a little pedal out through the feet here. Nice little stretch into the hamstrings. Maybe you want to move the hips side to side. Any little wiggles here that feel good for you. We're just going to take 2 more breaths here, and then we'll travel to the front of the space. All right, with your next inhale, rise up on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, take a peek to the top. Inhale to step forward. Feet are going to be hip width distance parallel, and we'll come right up to find a halfway lift. So bringing hands to your shins, to your thighs, to your blocks. We just want a nice long spine, rolling the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold. Soft knees, inhale, roll it up to standing. Awesome, and we're going to take the weight over towards the left leg. Without using the hands, see if you can hug that right knee in towards the chest. Nice. Hold it there for 5, 4. The right hand will grab it in 3, 2, 1. Bring right hand to the front of that shin. Inhale, breath, stand up nice and tall through that bottom leg. Exhale, take this right leg out to the side, external rotation. Try to find a fixed point to keep your balance on. We're just here for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center, release. And we'll drift the weight over to the right. Inhale, breath. With an exhale, hug left knee in towards the chest. No hands here. Hold it nice and strong. Our hip flexors are holding on here for 5, 4. Left hand grabs in 3, 2, 1. Left hand to the front of the shin. Inhale up tall. Exhale, take this out to the side. External rotation. Great. Strong through this back leg, squeezing the glute. We're holding here for just 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center, release. Great. Take a little wiggle through the legs here. We're going to try that one more time with the option of grabbing the big toe instead of the shin. But we're going to start the same way we did. So weight over towards the left. Pick that right leg up, hug it in. Just holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand to the front of the shin or peace fingers around your toe here. If you are taking this one, you don't have to bend the leg or you don't have to straighten the leg all the way. You can keep it comfortably bent. Just keep this right shoulder plugged into your socket. If you are comfortable extending the leg, you can extend. And with an exhale, take whichever shape you've chosen out to the right hand side. So you could have hand on shin still. You could have peace fingers around toe and then bend into this knee. Or you could have a straight leg. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center, release. Whew. We're going to try that on the other side. So weight towards the right. Pick the left knee up, hug it in. No hands, just here 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand to front of shin or peace fingers around big toe. You can keep a bend in this leg or extend it, but we want left shoulder to stay plugged into its socket. Standing up nice and tall. With an exhale, bring that out to the side. Awesome. We're just here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back to center and release. All right, I think we're ready to get towards our standing half moon. And we're just gonna step back to a lunge from here. So left leg is gonna take a big step back to a high crescent. So we're not super deep in our lunge. We have a gentle bend in this back knee. Arms sweep up overhead, tailbone tucks. So we're still finding that same position in our low lunge, opening through the hip flexor. Take an inhale breath. With an exhale, backstroke the left arm, opening up to the left side of the room, finding our warrior 2, pivoting on the left foot. Toes are gonna go all the way to the long edge of the mat. Nice bend in this front knee, arms reach out to a T. You're gazing over the right hand. Hold your breath in and breath out. With your next inhale, straighten through this front leg. Exhale, shift forward like someone's pulling on your right hand. Exhale, bring right hand to inside of right leg, left arm up high. You can always grab your block under the right hand here. We're in our Trikonasana or triangle pose. We're just here for one more full breath. And with your next inhale, rise all the way back up to standing. Rebend into this front leg. And right forearm will come to right thigh. Left arm comes up along the ear, finding our extended side angle pose. So we're trying to draw a nice straight line from the fingertips of this left hand through to the knife edge of the left foot. And this will be our starting pose to get into our half moon. So to get there, grab your block into your right hand. We're going to take this block a step in front of the right foot. So just a few inches. Starting to take all the weight towards the right foot as you start to slowly peel up off the back and send that leg straight to the back of your space. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling, left foot is flexed. Trying to press equally through all edges of this right foot. Your block is there to support the right hand. Nice, keep those ribs knitting together, strong through the core. If you fall out of it, that's okay. You can get right back into it. We'll spend about another 10 seconds here. Nice and strong through this extended leg. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebend into that knee to step that left leg back and rise all the way up to standing. Nice. Turn to face the front of your space and just step to the top of the mat. So we're going to try that on the other side now. So right leg, we'll take big step back to find your high crescent. Tuck the tailbone, bend into that back knee, sweep the arms up, inhale. Nice. With your exhale, backstroking the right arm this time, we'll open up to our warrior 2, pivoting on the right foot to turn the toes all the way to the long edge of the mat. Taking a peek that our heels are in a line. We have a nice bend in this front knee. We're still thinking about that posterior tilt, tucking the tailbone. Breath in and breath out. With your next inhale, straighten through the left leg. Exhale to shift forward and hinge. Left hand to inside of leg, right arm up high. You can always grab your block under the bottom hand here. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Hold here for one more full breath. Great. With your next inhale, rise back up to stack shoulders up over the hips. Rebend into this front leg. Left forearm comes to left thigh. Right arm comes up along the ear, extended side angle. Nice. Thinking about drawing that nice straight line. We're really active through this top hand. And we're going to start to set up for our half moon or Ardha Chandrasana. Grabbing the block into your left hand, taking that a few inches in front of the left foot. Starting to shift the weight forward, pressing equally through the foot as you try to take off the back and extend it straight in line with the rest of the body, kicking towards the back of the room. Right arm up high, flex into this right foot. Hips are open to the right side of the room. Trying to find a fixed point to hold your balance here. You can always turn the head towards the ground if that's easier for you to balance. Keep holding. We're going to get about 10 more seconds here. Fight for the balance. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start to rebend into this left knee to step the right leg down and rise all the way back up to standing. Turn to face the front of the space and step forward. Awesome. You can take a little wiggle of that out or grab a sip of water. And we did it. All the hard work is done. Now we'll take it down to the ground. With an inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips, take it down. Inhale, lengthen, finding your halfway lift. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, step it back to your plank pose, and right away here we'll lower those knees to the ground and take a seat off to one side. Bring the legs in front of you. Take a little windshield wiper left and right. Awesome. We'll take that into a twist. So keeping both knees over to the right. Left arm will pick up to find the right thigh. Twist with an exhale to take the gaze over the right shoulder. Take 2 more breaths here. Great, then slowly undoing that. We'll take all the knees over to the left this time. Right arm will pick up to find left thigh. Exhale, twisting, taking gaze over left shoulder. Great, one more full breath. And then slowly undoing that twist, bringing it back to center. We'll take bottoms of the feet together, knees wide for a little Baddha Konasana or butterfly. Hands to the ankles, inhale up nice and tall. Exhale, hinge forward and fold. Think about that long spine, drawing the shoulder blades together here. If you find you don't have much space to fold, you feel like, without rounding the back, take the feet. Don't keep the feet really close, take them a little further away to give you some more space, or stick a block underneath your butt to add a little more height, and that will give you more space to fold. Just gonna take 3 more breaths here. Know that you never have to remain completely still. You can always take, I'm shifting a little bit left and right here. You can always wiggle in space. And we'll start to undo that, rolling it back up to a nice tall seat, and take the legs to a crisscross applesauce position. Finishing with a little seated Shavasana. You can rest the hands on the legs, palms up or down. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Take 3 nice deep breaths here, in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more breaths at your own pace. And then whenever you're done there, feel free to take any little last stretches you might like. But thank you for joining me this evening for Beginner's Flow. If you enjoyed this, please check out the link below for my Patreon, where we do multiple live classes per week. We have on Thursday strength and stretch, so we do a little mix of Pilates and a stretch, and then we have this Saturday flow and foam roll. So we're going to do a nice chill stretch and a foam roll session, and that's what we have coming up for the rest of the week. You're welcome. Thanks for joining, and we'll be back here next Monday. I think I already put up all of the live class little previews for the rest of the month. So next week we're going to be working on a beginner's approach to crow pose, so a little arm balance fun. That should be a good time. And I'll see you next week. You're welcome. Have a great evening. Until next time.